Hello everyone and welcome inside to our very first episode of 49er Insider. I'm your host Alex Farkas, and before we get started this week, let's actually talk about what this show will entail. It's a weekly show that will consist of game recaps, our player of the week, Niner history, a look at the upcoming schedule, and of course, my favorite part of the show, the top plays. So now you got the gist of the show, so let's get started. Baseball and softball are now in full swing in the 2017 campaign, and honestly, what better way to start the season than with 70-degree weather? Let's start it off with baseball. They took on West Virginia at home, and they took 2 of 3 from the Mountaineers. The 49ers were led by redshirt sophomore Jackson Mims, who batted .538 for the series. It seemed like he and senior TJ Nichting were meshing with one another. Once TJ got on base, Jackson would drive him in Game 1, where the Niners went on to win 6-3 from an outstanding pitching performance from Colton Laws. In Game 2, Josh Maciejewski went 5 2/3 and only gave up 1 run, and then it was the bats that came to life in the later innings. It was Mims who hit a home run, Nichting who hit a home run. Shear added one as well, as the Niners went on to win 13-2 in Game 2, and like I said earlier, the Niners took 2 of 3 from the Mountaineers. On to softball now, where the 49ers were absolutely unstoppable. They went 7-0 starting on Wednesday. They faced Gardner Webb in a doubleheader, won those. Into the first pitch classic, where they ended up winning the tournament, faced Bowling Green, St. Bonaventure, and Canisius, won all those games. Aaron Powers hit her first career home run. Grace Beatty, 2 home runs. But honestly, this weekend belonged to the Haleys. Let's start with pitcher Haley Wiseman. She pitched 4 games, 28.1 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 41 strikeouts. She went 4-0 on the weekend with an ERA of .99. Absolutely incredible. Haley Pace, we'll talk about her later in the show. She hit .500 for the week and added 2 home runs. Niners, absolutely incredible. Congrats, ladies, 7-0 on the week. Moving from outside to inside, time to talk some women's basketball. Charlotte took on Old Dominion on Sunday afternoon, where the Niners just fell short by 2 points, 72-70 to Old Dominion. Lefty Webster, 16 points for the senior. Grace Hunter led the way with 17. And Amaya Ransom, in 33 minutes, added 13 points and 5 boards. Outstanding game for her. But the Niners were just short and fall to 17-8 on the season and 9-5 in conference play. The men's team was up in Virginia to take on ODU. John Davis, the sophomore, added 26 points. Austin Ojukwu with 12, but they were the only Niners in double digits, as ODU went on to win 72-48. The Niners fall to 11-14 overall and 5-9 in Conference USA. The men's and women's track and field team headed down to Birmingham, Alabama to participate in Conference USA's Indoor Track and Field Championships. Keon Howe took home the gold in the men's pole vault with a new personal record and school record jump of 5.22 meters. And then the Niners swept the weight throw for both men's and women's. Stefan Veselinovic took home the gold with a 20.28 meter throw, and Victoria Merriweather threw for 21.40 meters, which broke the Conference USA indoor meet record. The men's team placed 4th, and the women's team placed 8th. And finally, the women's tennis team extended their win streak to 5 as they went on to defeat Wofford 5-2. Senior Victoria Paulette returned to action and won her singles match in 3 sets, and other senior Macy Vonderschmidt won her singles match, as well as her doubles match with Alexandra Lee. Time now for our Player of the Week segment, where normally we would want to pick one player, but these 2 players that we had picked were both named to Conference USA's Hitters of the Week in their respective sports. It's Jackson Mims and Haley Pace. Let's start with Mims. Against West Virginia, .538 batting average, 3 RBIs, 1 home run, 1 triple, 2 doubles. Outstanding performance from Mims this past weekend. Now for Pace. She batted .500 with 2 home runs, a triple, a double, and 5 RBIs. And the number that stands out the most is her slugging percentage of .950. Congrats to both Haley and Jackson, as they were our Players of the Week and Conference USA's Hitters of the Week. And now we're going to take a look back at something that happened 25 years ago, almost to the date, February 26th, 1992. Lauren Hibbs was hired as the new baseball coach for the Charlotte 49ers. He is the longest tenured coach in the Charlotte Athletics department, and at the helm of the baseball program, he has averaged more than 30 wins per season in his career. Really, it's all about the more you know. Now it's time for my personal favorite segment of the week, the top plays. Coming in at number 3, 2 walk-off wins for the Charlotte 49ers softball team, one of them being Grace Beatty with an RBI single in Game 1 against Gardner-Webb, and the other one being Taylor Byrne dropping a bunt off, a suicide squeeze against Canisius. Outstanding. Coming in at number 2 in Game 1 of the series against West Virginia, Zach Jarrett, the left fielder, going over to the fence and diving over the fence and making the grab, and his belt gets stuck on the fence. Let's take this one more look at it in slow motion. My goodness, Zach. What an amazing catch. And our top play of the week goes to TJ Nichting in right field. Let's listen in on the call from Trevor Wilt.
Is he going to get tested? Yes, he will. TJ Nichting catches it, fires to home, and he's going to be out at home. TJ Nichting saving another run for the 49ers.
An outstanding play from Nichting that honestly changed the momentum of the game, and the Niners ended up adding many more runs after this to go on to defeat West Virginia 13-2. So we'd like to hear from you. What do you think should be a top play? Use our hashtag 49erstopplay. From any games you see or watch on CUSA.tv, or if you're at the game, tweet at us, use the hashtag 49erstopplay, and we'll tally up the votes at the end of the week before our next show, and we'll try to get that on there. So that is our show this week. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. So long, everyone. Go Niners.